Hello students, welcome to CR Digital Classes. In the present video, we are going to discuss about EDI applications. What is EDI and what are EDI applications? So EDI is electronic data interchange. As per previous session, we also discussed about EDI. So EDI, that is electronic data interchange, is a medium where the documents can be exchanged. So on the electronic platform. So it is defined as a medium of transmitting the business information in a standardized format. There are several applications of EDI. They are still under development. Some of them include monitoring of railway, rolling stock, plans of container ships, notification of explosive goods on ships, trains, bus or aeroplanes, exchanging of CAD or CAP. So these are the main applications, or tracking of different tenders, storing of trade related documents like airway bills, customer clearance, air ticket settlements, goods purchase or supply related document exchange. So any of these documents transmitting through one platform to the other platform in the electronic media is EDI. It can be possible with the help of EDI, electronic data interchange. So EDI applications in business are that includes EDI in international trade and financial EDI and manufacturing or retailing procurement using EDI. So let us discuss one by one. EDI, international trade. I suppose trade, everybody knows that the exchange of the goods and services, that is whether we call it as trade or business. International trade, that is doing business, exchange of goods will be taking place from one country to other country. It is cross borders, that is international trade. So EDI will be much helping in case of international trade. It becomes easy and it facilitates all the transactions for transmitting. So the main objective of doing international trade transaction is to transmit the documents containing goods information and goods simultaneously and on time. That is very important. Reaching the documents in on time is very important, especially international trade. In case of manual or traditional method, it will take lot of time to reach the documents. That is, EDI is easy. EDI helps to transmit the documents on time. And it should not be the case where goods have arrived earlier, then the documents containing goods information have arrived late. So this happens sometimes. So in this case, it should not be taking place like that. These delays in arrival of documents due to improper management of documents. So transmission of information is made easier by using the EDI method. For the most of the time, paper-based systems have been used for doing international trade. So, however, there have been several drawbacks with such system. So, manual paper-based documents, when we are basing on, there were a lot of drawbacks, and due to which the trade will not go on smooth. So, EDI facilitates to make the international trade or flow in a smoother way. The drawbacks are like delay in delivery of information, and more labor is required in these systems. Cost is incurred for that, and chances of more errors occurring, and this makes paper-based less efficient. Due to these drawbacks, paper-based systems have been replaced by EDI, electronic data interchange. EDI makes the task easier for small-scale traders for doing international trade transaction by providing good and efficient services. As there is a conception like for the international trade, people who are doing business are with a strong conception like for the international trade there are complex documentation will be there. So due to which the people are demotivated to involve in the international trade. So this is one of the method where it is facilitating and is easier and becomes encourageable and motivating the small scale business traders to involve in international trade transaction. And advantages using EDI for the international trade are: cost of transaction is less, whereas paper based it is more transmission of goods on time and documents also on time and better customer service. So these are the advantages of EDI for international trade. Then coming to second one, financial EDI. So financial electronic data interchange is a special type of EDI mechanism used for financial transactions online. So as the international trade is taking place now, everything is digitalized. Payments are including payments. Now international financial transactions can be also done on online with the help of EDI mechanism. So with the use of financial EDI, the transmission of financial related transactions will be more quickly with less time consuming. For instance, transfer of money or payment. This becomes within a very quick time we can transfer the money or make the payments for the bills. Types of EDI. So under this we have three types of payment methods. One is checks, other one is electronic fund transfer, and other third one is automated clearing houses. So checks is one of the method used in FDI mostly. Then next is electronic transfer, that is fund transfer. It is one of the method. Bankers will be transferring the funds from sending banker to the receiving banker. So this is very much used according to the hours. The working hours will be one method, and other method like IMPS and NEFT transfer, all these are related to electronic fund transfer. Depending on the timings it will be done. If it is very emergent we can go for IMPS, or if it can be done within hours we can go for NEFT transfer. So EFT is a second method payment used in financial EDI. It is a transmission technique used by various banks to do the payment transactions among each other. So one bank will be making or sending or transferring amount from other to the other bank. So that is sender bank to the receiver bank. Then different kinds of payment transactions are possible, like credit transaction, debit transaction, etc. So EFT is a technique used for bank to bank communication. As I told you, it is one bank to the other bank, that is the sender bank to the receiver bank. The two most commonly used EFT techniques are e-checks and e-cash. So now even previously banks used to send, now we can send, that is from our account to the other account, either by NEFT or IMPS. Next one is automated clearing house. So this is a third type method, that is pay for the payment used in FDI, that is financial EDI. All transactions are processed through a special type of central server. So this is for this special type of server will be there, which we say it as central server, that is called automated clearing house, ACH. For instance, credit based transactions like payrolls payments, payments to contractors or vendors, and debit based transactions like consumer payments, payments of bills, mortgage loans, all are possible with the help of automated clearing house. Either it is credit based transactions or debit based transactions, it is can be done with the help of automated clearing house. Therefore most of the businesses use today are doing transactions through ACH, automated clearing house system. So this type of payment system is particularly useful under two types of customers. One is industrial corporate customers, other one is financial corporate customers. So advantages are quick transfer of money with the help of financial EDI. Then transactions can be done at any time, round the clock. Eliminates need to approach a bank to carry out the transaction. We need not approach any bank for transferring the funds. We can do from our laptop or our gadgets, whatever the facility is there, provided the internet. With the help of internet we can do the transfer from from our account to the receiver's account to whom we have to send. Then replaced all labor incentive activities. So we need not require any assistant for this. We can do on our own. Disadvantages are there are chances of losing cash. The connection terminates sometimes due to the connectivity problem. The transaction may be disconnected, or the money will be delayed. That is, there is no question of security protection. The protection is highly there, but the fund once deducted will be taking time to get back to our account. Then there are more prone to cyber attacks. So if any attack, cyber attacks has been hacked by our account details like password and other username, then there are chances of stealing of money from our account. So payments may incorporate significant delays if transmission speed is low or transmission media is congested. So if the internet is slow, if the signal is weak, then there will be lot of time will be taken, time consumption and lot of confusion. Again and again we need to log in and we have to access. There are chances that the in time we may not be completing the task. Then third one is manufacturing retail procurement using EDI. That is, manufacturing process in e-commerce is basically done by using a special type technique called just-in-time, JIT. The importance of EDI with just-in-time is as follows. One is EDI with just-in-time, other one is EDI with quick response. What exactly is just-in-time? Just-in-time technique is used, it is Japanese technique, it is used Toyota. So in just-in-time technique, when any order is given, that is, it will not be manufactured before the order is given. It will be done after order is given. So once the order is given, then the manufacturer procures all the accessories, whatever is required. Then he will be manufacturing and he will be giving the delivery. So this just-in-time technique will help the manufacturer. We need not store all the stock in prior. We can purchase after the order is given. So that is the reason we say just-in-time. So EDI with JIT, that is just-in-time, is many companies using EDI with just-in-time find it easier to do manufacturing process. Companies can now deliver the products on time to their suppliers. So this is because once the order gets completed, the respective products are delivered to the suppliers electronically, which helps in decreasing the time consumed in delivering the products. So they will be taking very less time to manufacture. Once the order is taken, then they will deliver on time. So they need not invest much earlier on the accessories and the stocks, and whatever the accessories required, only those accessories can be purchased. They need not keep stock of the all types of accessories. Then EDI with quick response. So retailing process in e-commerce can be done efficiently using technique called quick response, QR. Then customers use this technique to know about the latest products and their services in the market. Then retailers and suppliers use this technique to have edge over their competitors. EDI is used with quick response, that is QR, for simplification of retailing process. There are mainly two reasons why EDI is used with quick response: to minimize the time taken for order generation till order completion, to identify type of goods for sale and type of goods or for purchase. So for this special EDI technique called point of sale is used. In other words, technique is used for proper inventory. So one is we understood, that is used EDI with just in time. Other one is with quick response, that is QR. It becomes very easy to search for the purchase, the goods which are meant for supply, that is purchase and for sale. So this becomes very easy, and also we can use this technique to edge over their competitors. So this is the technique which is used for to complete the task in very quick time. Then advantages for this are the overhead and the cost involved in storing a large inventory of products is eliminated using just in time. As I told you, we need not maintain the stock levels So that will be cost will be reduced. Even large inventory storage place is also not required. Then the retailers make use of quick response technique, which mainly focuses on inventory levels of all the products. So instead of giving all those things, we can use quick response where we can see all the inventory levels, the stock, how much we have. Once the product inventory goes below a specific level, QR technique automatically generates purchase orders. So this is a very beauty in this facility, that is it automatically generates the purchase order when the stock levels are reduced. So disadvantages is there is a possibility of losing bulk orders if inventory level becomes low, and just in time and QR techniques work well till the relationship between the retailers, suppliers and manufacturers good. But once this relation breaks, then suppliers and retailers will not have sufficient stock to satisfy the consumer demands. So this is one more disadvantage. Until the relationship is maintained fair enough, that will be good. If the relationship is not fair enough or unfair, then they cannot go with these techniques. The questions asked, repeatedly asked, like discuss about the EDI applications in business, or describe the EDI applications, or what is an EDI, explain various EDI applications. So in this way, and it can directly maybe asking about the financial EDI and types of financial EDI. So hope this video is helpful in understanding about EDI applications in business and FDI EDI types. Thank you.